the second game that you guys on the stream will be seeing, it's Bath versus Manchester. Now, these are two kind of important teams in this tournament. So this Manchester team is the team with Demolition and Error, at least, is the team that won the last King of the North, and Skybath Majors with Ollie is the team that won kind of the last, or 2 weekends ago, the Heritage event in London. They beat a bunch of other teams that are in this competition. They beat Nottingham, they beat Cambridge, they were ahead of LSE. So these are probably two of the top contenders here. So this is potentially one of the best matches that is going to be in this tournament. So let's have a good time with this one.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
TP Safety are very good, yeah. They came, yeah. TP to Safety were a team that played against, Vegetable Esports Dota, the Purge Malini capitalist stack.
Oh yes. Yeah.
They played against them in like a team captain's ranked game. They lost, but it took them 58 minutes to lose, and that's against like 7k players, so that's pretty good performance. Anyway, this game. Yeah. So the bands go on.
Skybath made first game of the day, so he might not have won. Manchester Gucci boys. I just managed to catch the tail end of that one, and they lost the early game. Managed to come back with a
Yeah. I'm sure that was super pleasant for whoever they were playing against. Who did they play? Tilt Squad, okay. And who are they? Is that another Manchester team? Oh, Liverpool, yeah, okay. Okay, so good for them. This drafts the LD band, no surprise there. The Invoker, no surprises. The Odie and the Tusk band of Manchester.
We're seeing the Central Spirit combo.
Yep, Venge obviously super strong right now. One of the best heroes in the game right now. When you in competitive play, I'd say. The interesting thing to me is the Slardar, which we just don't see anymore. I was having a conversation about this with somebody yesterday or the day before. So Centaur completely disappeared from the meta, was replaced by Slardar. And now Slardar, the only change to him, and even any of his items, there were no changes to any of his items, the only change to him was the fact that amplified damage, the same as Track, only gives vision of the target and not the surrounding area, and then suddenly he was completely gone from competitive games, completely gone.
Great thing in Dota, like not having vision where the
10 seconds
surrounded by their team. Back up, knowing that just makes it easier to play Slardar when you
remaining.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, because of that, Centaur has kind of come back to the role that you want the Slardar to fill, because I feel like they are pretty much interchangeable. Obviously there's a couple of things which each do better. The escape and the initiation for the rest of the team on Centaur with his ult, the super high damage potential, especially for other people on his team from the Slardar. I don't know whether there's going to be some kind of next level combo of the Slardar ult and the Witch Doctor ult for the super high death ward damage here. Some MLG next level tactics, I don't know, but I like the Slardar. I think it's good. I think it works.
I think that's a bit of a Darkseer now. So are they going to be running that Slardar as more of a safe link? Darkseer farming jungle or support? Kind of both do the same in Darkseer and Slardar. Maybe if they do like a double creation with a blink stun into like a vacuum wall.
10 seconds.
Yeah, this
is quite nice, but either like
5 seconds remaining.
core rolls or so Slardar maybe push towards that one position.
Yeah, that's weird. I say that Slardar went completely out of the meta. I'm wrong. The only team that played it though was Alliance, and they played it with Loader playing Slardar on position 1. So I guess that's what it's going to be here. Usually though, when that happened, it was a Slardar getting a Blink Dagger in 7 minutes or whatever, getting like Blink Dagger power treads in 10 minutes, and then just flew across the map and slaughtered people with his ult and the Blink Crush. This time, so far there's nobody that he wants to make that room for. He'd go and do that, and then with that space, somebody else would be able to farm, usually a Lone Druid, which is obviously banned from this game. A Darkseer isn't going to be that person that needs that space created for them.
The Sven can just Warcry and just gate the whole of Slardar's ult.
Exactly.
Roll and Slardar's got level 3. They're just
you're completely right. Amplify damage, 20 minus armor. Warcry, 20 plus armor. That's that. Even if it's applied on multiple targets, the amplified damage does last for a lot longer. But with the max Warcry, 8 out of 14, that's like 60% uptime. So that's pretty much a direct counter to a lot of the stuff that Slardar does. The swap and the Shadow Shaman Sheep are also really good against the Slardar initiation. But the Zeus, the Zeus! I hate Zeus.
What's wrong with Zeus?
Zeus. I mean, Zeus is a fun hero in a lot of ways, right? But the things that he does to games, like the way that he can just impact games in such a huge way, without you even needing to be good at the hero, is the thing that really messes with me about Zeus in this draft. It's pretty good. Some burst damage against the Sven, who is obviously going to be super high armor, and if he can get away with it, would like to not buy the BKB. And obviously against the 2 supports, will just blow them up super fast. He's going to be doing a lot of damage in these fights, but I'll tell you what I like the Phoenix pick.
What are they going to do against that? They don't have much attack speed.
They got nothing.
Of course, Phoenix is bow.
Yeah.
How are they going to actually have to wait a second or 2?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, these last 2 picks are actually going to be super interesting.
5 seconds
right now, the
remaining.
draft is, I'd say, in favor of Bath.
Radiant team
We'll
pick.
see what these last 2 picks are. The Silencer ban is great, by the way. That's a good ban.
Stopping the egg.
Stopping the egg, stopping counter initiation with the Sven Blinkstone with the swap. There's just so much that could potentially have done, and now can't do anymore. Yeah, they need a way to deal with this Phoenix, because none of these heroes are
10
heroes that you want to be
seconds
running up and hitting an egg. The Slardar, maybe,
5
I guess,
seconds
but Witch
remaining.
Doctor, Darkseer, Zeus, terrible attack speed. Darkseer, Zeus, terrible attack
Reserve time.
animations. They are not people that you want to be running towards the egg. They want to be sat somewhere else, casting spells, blowing people up, making space. And if there's an egg in the middle of all of that, yeah, they need a way to deal with it. The Juggernaut would have been a good pick against the Phoenix, and that's already banned. The Wind Ranger would have been a good pick against the Phoenix. So Skybath looks like they had this planned out. Manchester, they've got 45 seconds to figure out how they want to deal with this.
Where do they want that to put that role? Do they want to put it as a support?
That'll be off lane. I'm almost certain.
So for the Gucci boys, what do they want to pick?
For what they want to pick. What are their
Could they
choices?
drop down Slardar?
Oh!
They go really late. They're going really late. That's a greedy draft there. It seems they're going to be playing Slardar as more of a support role, I guess.
I think it'll probably be the Zeus support, if anything.
Then putting Slardar mid?
Zeus in mid, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I don't think the Slardar can do anything as a support. That's not a good support hero at all. Zeus is okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Darkseer needs to find farm, needs to find levels,
5
so there's no way he
seconds
can be going
remaining.
into support. I like the Medusa pick. I think that's kind of obviously pulled out of nowhere. I don't think anyone could have really expected that one, but I like it. I think that works. I think it's pretty good against the egg.
I think
Obviously
one of the
the
main things
Medusa,
now will be just holding back and just hoping to go as late as possible.
Yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be.
And Juicer.
We'll see if this is similar to the last game that we cast or not. In that, they sacrifice loads for the Manchester team sacrifices as much as they possibly can for their hard carrying in hope that they'll pull through. I think they'll have a better chance this time. I think they've got a better team for it, and I think the Medusa works really well in this draft. Medusa, the thing about Medusa is she can target the egg and she'll still be hitting everyone else with the split shot. I think that's the thing that's really smart about Medusa here, as well as the fact that she'll be picking up, probably Yasha, Butterfly, or whatever will have loads of attack speed. TK. Yeah. They are not messing about with the armor here. Old Driver, this guy is a hella Phoenix player. He's really good, really good. So we'll see what he can pull out of the bag here. He likes to rotate super early. He's a kind of player where if he's got a big ult, he will just rotate and find a way to use it on the map no matter what. He'll go and use it to save somebody that's being initiated on to try and zone out the enemies. He'll use it to win a fight. He'll that look for early eggs. Phoenix, and that might be deciding somewhat how this laning phase might start going. Okay, so whilst we've got this pause, I suppose we'll take this time to give a little bit of a shout out to our sponsors. Obviously, without sponsors, events like this just wouldn't be possible. So a big thanks to Twitch for partnering here. The National University Esports League, Newell, MSI, Gamers Apparel, Computer Planet, and obviously thanks to the people at University of Manchester here. They're going to be hosting the live event. They're going to be doing all the production. There's a bunch of those guys and girls sat at university right now on a Saturday morning or early afternoon organising all this stuff. So shout outs to them. Let's quickly introduce the two teams. I guess I'll go over Bath here. It's Ollie playing the Shadow Shaman, Student playing the DK, Spirit on the Vengeful Spirit, Bay, which I think is the other Ollie playing on the Sven, and Old Driver on Phoenix.
Dark's it.
"30 seconds to battle."
Yeah, so I guess Slaughter support. I'm not feeling it personally. I don't know what the purpose of this is. I guess it's just for the blink stun when he finally gets that blink, but it is going to be a while. Everyone. Yep. The Slaughter, let's hope he's able to do something this game. Let's hope he's not just a non-factor. He starts with the boots and a little bit of regen. So how are these lanes going to be working out? It's going to be extraordinarily hard lane for DK, I think. Is there going to be? Yeah, is there going to be anyone to help him out? Shadow Shaman and Venge, probably not. Not the heroes that can come in. Now, we were kind of past the day of the, it always being a dual mid with. Back in the Winter Wyvern times, where there was always a Winter Wyvern and like a Witch Doctor rotating over, so it's probably just going to be DK, seeing how long he can survive for. I think it's going to be
that slithering.
I don't think they did. They haven't leveled it up, so it was just the harass from the Witch Doctor and the Medusa. I think they hit a Mystic Snake on him to start with. I imagine it'll be bot lane. I think Phoenix is the one that's most likely to die here, aside from mid lane overextensions by either side, which is certainly possible. Yeah, Phoenix is going to be. This is going to be a super hard lane. I don't really know how Phoenix is going to deal with this. I mean, the standard way of dealing with a super hard off lane right now is to grab up an Iron Talon, make sure you've got that little bit of extra armor to deal with the harass, and then occasionally go back, farm this camp, get runes maybe. But anything that Phoenix tries here is going to be very hard. When Slardar has got the level 2, he'll have the sprint and the crush, and it's going to be... Phoenix is going to need to Icarus dive immediately. However, top lane, Bath, for now, completely abandoned the Sven. Yep, they are going to try pushing this lane. There's no level in cleave right now, they could take it. They can't just dive through the tower here, they're going to take too much damage, but they're going to try it, they're going for it. The stun is there, and there's going to be a TP from the Witch Doctor. Oh god, Ollie, rest in peace. The first blood does happen onto Demolition. Darkseer goes down, Shadow Shaman in return. There's enough armor just about on the Venge with the Warcry. Thank you, base Sven, but yeah, she's going to get chased anyway. Oh, we'll be able to wrap through. Oh, look! Oh, the Creep's Vision. That seemed like it went an awfully long way, but there is going to be a stun onto the Witch Doctor. Oh, they stacked that a little bit unfortunately there, but they'll still have the damage. Oh no, Shadow Shaman attacked a creep, but it doesn't quite matter. The last attack is there. Yeah, but they've messed up the lane controls. Tank's all the way back up by the tower. The Phoenix already has level 2. Even though she's getting smacked by the snake, we'll still be able to find the level 3 from these creeps, I imagine. Yeah, there's another creep wave here now. So the salve is used, and now DK charging towards the Zeus mid. The Zeus has a haste, but I don't think there's going to really be any opportunity for a kill. Yep, he's got only going 1 point in Dragon Blood. Oh look, this is going to be a kill, I think. One hit, there it is. Yep, Ace Rune gets used for absolutely nothing there. Attempted escape doesn't work out. Nice control play by the DK there. Seemed like he knew exactly how much damage he was going to do. Gets it done. There's another. They're going to dive this tower again. They're feeling it. Throw away the Shadow Shaman to try and get the Darkseer.
Creeps are this.
I don't think this is. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work for him. The Ion Shell and the tower damage is just gonna blow him up so fast. There is an Invis rune here. I don't know if DK will try and join. I imagine he'll just want to stick mid, either try and push the Zeus out or kill him again and then use his ult to take the tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Phoenix getting a little bit more room in the lane. There are a couple of creeps here. There has been a pull. Carty has managed to find his way all the way up here. I don't think so. The Icarus dive here. And now the dive top lane is happening. Witch Doctor is here. The cask Shadow Shaman again is going to be going down. But Avenge. Oh dear. Okay, there's no way to cancel, so we'll just TP. Even just our popularity. It's the Shadow Shaman for the Darkseer. In theory, it's worth. They are feeding quite a bit of experience to the rotating Witch Doctor who's about to hit level 4, and the Shadow Shaman, he's still doing okay. He's got level 3, so I guess this is good. And now there's an attempt onto the DK, but one charges are back at full health and mana. Yep. Slaughter.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, the DK, he's only picked up the power tread so far. Let's have a look at the CS. I haven't even looked at the CS right now. DK, wow, seriously ahead. He's on 38 compared to the Zeus's 22. And this can't even be from neutrals. And now look, Shadow Shaman is here. They're trying to, yeah, the stun, nice hit onto 2 there, and DK ult runs out. The Flames do a lot of damage to these two, and they reduce the damage that they're doing. They're trying to, oh, there's a little bit of miscommunication right now. between the Bath team, the DK was trying to go for the Slardar, and the Shaman was just turning around and trying to take down the Witch Doctor. I think if they went on them one by one, they probably could have got both the kills there, but the communication just wasn't there, and they end up getting nothing. I say nothing. The Zeus dies to the DK, so I guess that's still fine. Yeah, I guess that's still fine. Yeah. Yep, Slardar, despite being just on a terrible hero, like for this game and in this draft, he's managing to make some plays here, done a little bit of work. Darkseer, there's a lot of people mid right now. 4 Radiant heroes mid, where the Sven is farming top and the Phoenix is finding quite a bit of space bottom, now level 5. Sven is just going to probably pop the Warcry top and try and do some damage to this tower. We won't do it yet, but they're scared about the rotations onto mid lane coming from Bath. Manchester are keeping a lot of heroes around. Slardar picked up the Iron Talon. What an item, eh? You can just go into the jungle and hit stuff. Yeah, going for Tranquils. Yeah, there's not really much to say about what's happening around the map right now. There's these kind of wild rotations and responses.
Potentially pick.
I imagine it'll be going straight into stats from here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a drum on top of the killer, or maybe she'll just go straight for the Yasha, I don't know. As the mid-tier tower gets ticked down into deny range by the DK ult. DK doesn't want to move forward. I think they're trying to bait him to move in, now they're just going to deny it. That's kind of unfortunate for the DK there. I don't think he realised that his ult was doing quite that much damage. He wanted to leave it just above deny range, but it didn't work out that way.
Fortune's change.
Yep. They're both somehow... Go on.
Quite far ahead.
Yeah, their net worth is reflecting that. They're both about 1,000, and the DK 1,500 above the Medusa. I'm not... Oh, look at this, Witch Doctor. Getting stunned down. There is an egg available here, and it'll get used. There we go. Levels up to 6. Use the egg straight away. The Zeus is going to get stunned here, and he's not going to be able to take down the Phoenix afterwards. He wanted to maybe nuke him down, but obviously the ult's resetting the Icarus dive cooldown, and he just ends up going back in. And Medusa weirdly falling behind in farm bot lane, despite in theory having the easiest lane out of anyone. So I don't know if the Phoenix has just been putting up a lot of fight that we haven't been seeing when we've been watching the lane of Phoenix. How is the Phoenix's CS right now? I found 15, so it shouldn't be huge. There's rotations now that will get seen. I'm just going to plant a ward at the top of the hill. I think that got spotted as well. Yes, that's going to be immediately de-warded. And now the Diane. Oh, the cast. This is good. Slardar is kind of scared of walking forwards right now. There's a chance for a double stun. Are they going to find anyone? Yeah, Zeus will take out the Shadow Shaman. DK. It's going to be hard to catch up to the DK. I don't think they're quite going to get it. Don't want to dive. Level 5 Slardar, not going to be tanky enough. Although he does have a whole load of armor. 13 armor.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, Zeus.
Invisibility.
Yeah, the Maledict damage, yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, I think the Zeus getting these kills is kind of necessary, or else he is going to fall behind. So I think Manchester should be happy with that. Even getting the 2 supports, that's going to be plenty for him. Next time the Zeus ults is up, they'll probably want to do the same thing again. Maybe they can get a core that time, but as long as Zeus gets something in regard to kills, he's going to be picking up the ether lens pretty soon, which will help a little bit. But he's not super high level at the moment. I suppose we are very early into the game. How's the DK doing? He is a level ahead, and DK's actually got a Shadow Blade. He's running forwards right now. He wants to get a stun. He hasn't really got a great deal of backup here. He's got the Phoenix, but... Oh, Medusa doesn't have the mana shield turned on, and he's just dead like that. Ooh. Yeah, that was not the play from Medusa. Yeah. Medusa wasn't ready for that. That was a really fantastic reveal of the Shadow Blade. I don't think there's anything more that Bath could have wanted from that first use. Now Venge gets a huge tower hit after the amp damage. Top tier 1 has already gone to the Sven, and now the bot is being pushed. DK throws out a stun onto the Slardar, but nobody's quite ready to back it up. Phoenix does have the egg available now, and has the urn too. I imagine the next item is going to be the Midas for the Phoenix in this tower. I don't think there's going to be any counterplay for this. All 5 heroes are down here. They might even be tempted to go for the tier 2. The DK ult they've got for another 30 seconds. Darkseer is pushing a little bit top. Bench will TP up to try and deal with this. In fact, Bench super behind, only has a level 4, so doesn't have a swap to try and make a play against this Darkseer, but that's fine. The Darkseer does back up. If you just want to like flick over to the Radiant Vision right now, it's super defensive. There's this ward on mid, and then this series of wards and sentries through the jungle down here. Yep, like that, or like that, or like that. I think they're obviously playing the defensive game the best they can here, but this, I don't know. Was this the Manchester strat? Did all the Manchester groups convene and decide this is what we're going to do, and it's not going to work? This is looking very similar to the last other Manchester team game that we just watched. They're trying to... This is going to be an egg onto the Phoenix. We'll have to use it there, and Slardar is taking a lot of damage here. They're not going to be able to use that, and actually, Old Driver is going to be able to kill the Medusa here for sure. DK chasing after, yet the Icarus dive blow is so much deeps. There we go, smack, and the Slardar is going to be going down as well. Unfortunately, misses the stun there. The urn is on him. Yeah, he's coming in from the side. He's got the level 6. He wants it. Oh, right, he wants it. There's no mana for the stun on the DK. He swaps to Trist. Okay, so Phoenix does go down. That's a lot of... That was a nice little play from the Witch Doctor. Gets the Maledict down. The Maledict doing so much work this game. The Witch Doctor, we don't usually see the Maledict leveled up at all from kind of trendy meta Witch Doctors right now. We usually see them max cast and heal, but this level 3 Maledict is doing an awful lot of damage. He's being able to get in place and use it. Loads of XP and gold for the Witch Doctor. Hits level 7. Can pick up the cloak towards his Blink Dagger if that's what he wants. What do you think the play is for Manchester here, because they are not getting the farm that they need, not even close?
Quick off like this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they got the...
Yeah, thankfully the Shaman doesn't get all that XP, but really, like you said, that's not the trade you're looking for. The Zeus going down. He does pick up the Ether Lens recipe, so he will have that when he respawns.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah. Interesting build on the Shadow Shaman. I quite like that, being able to get the Hex and the Shackle at longer range. I presume you can probably place your wards further away as well, so he doesn't need to risk himself so much if he wants to push towers. I like that. Shadow Shaman. Ether Lens is good. Medusa. What's Whale building here? What's he doing? What is this Mithril Hammer for? It's okay, so it's for the electricity, but Medusa, I mean, we've seen how fast she's died. She's 0-2 and 0. She's on 77 CS, which is fine. But surely you want to be going stats on this Medusa right now. He's leveled He's leveled the mana shield to max, and then he's decided to not build into any stats. He's gone phase boots, mithril hammer, no one, just a stick. All his stats are from his ring of the villain. It seems to be kind of a, kind of a stealth contradicting build here. There's an egg available on the Phoenix. We'll just about get it up in time. They're going to try and focus it down. It's only the level 1 egg. That's so unfortunate that it goes down so fast there. And now this is going to be an absolute disaster for Bath. Look at the amount of damage that the snake does, bouncing through onto the shaman, who is frozen in place by the Medusa ult. That is 3 kills, a double onto the Medusa. DK is just trying to escape on the side. Sven does get a kill. DK is trying to re-engage here, but he's going to be in so much trouble if he gets caught. Medusa is moving so fast with the phase boots, but decides to give up, walks off to the side. The Witch Doctor casts his ult to try and get onto the Sven. He walks over to some creeps to try and get some lifesteal, and the Maledict won't be enough. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. What happened in that fight?
Oh, look at it go!
Yep, the egg, the Phoenix maybe overestimating the amount that the fire spirits were going to be doing now. It did, yeah, for sure. Even though the Phoenix went down, she would have been going down anyway. And it's going to be up in another 30 seconds anyway, so Phoenix can now buy the Blink Dagger or the Midas. I imagine the Phoenix will want the Midas. But what's this guy talking about?
How is that just?
That's insane. I actually didn't see that, I didn't catch it.
Oh, look at it go!
Oh, look at that, the BKB just in time. Yeah, there's farm on Sven. Makes that kill happen with the BKB. I mean, it's not a great use of the 10-second one. The Zeus ult pops the Phoenix top lane. Had used Fire Spirits. I think he used a little bit of his own health and didn't count that into the equation when he was fighting against the Zeus damage. And now the swap and the instance. Oh, he will. Look at this vacuum as well. Zap. Now that's 2 going down. Sven just dead. Already used his BKB. 3 down. Bath seem to be taking full control of this game, and then they get into these fights and they just get bursted so fast. Yeah.
Quite a lot, I think.
The Darkseer has definitely been the playmaker for Manchester so far. It's been playing really well. The minus armor is now the egg. Yeah, just to. I think it was just to make sure there was no reinitiation onto the DK there. He was at half health. He had damage on him, so like another right click or 2 and the Zeus spell would have been the end of the Dragon Knight. So the egg used again, not to great avail. That was the first level 2 egg, so maybe you would have hoped for better, but they defend the tier 1. They don't lose too much. Yeah. The Veil, such a good item. The Ether Lens Veil, I think, is the best build you can go for on Zeus bot lane. We're trying to chase onto the Slardar. Yeah. The Icarus style laser just looks so bizarre. But yeah, Shaman takes out the Slardar. So Manchester, do you think the fact that they've won these fights, is this what they're going to be going for now? Are they going to change their attack? Are they going to go all out offensive? They're going to get in as many fights as they can and just blow people up with the Zeus?
Last year's.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Allowed them to win. The last game was.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well,
Radiant's
bot tower will go
has
down. The
fallen.
wards were used for it. Yeah. Yep, every tier 1 still standing and at reasonable health. The push not very good from Manchester. Even late game, the only push is going to be coming out of the Medusa, and she's going to need another 10-15,000 gold before that's going to be a really big deal. And now Bath are going to rotate into the Rosh pit. They don't have a huge. Oh, okay. So the Sven's popped the goal. That's how they're gonna deal with this. The Phoenix is going for the. Oh, the Phoenix is going for the Mystic Staff.
Oh, will they be?
I like you.
No, I don't. Now the Medusa is gonna pop the ult. They're gonna walk into the pit. All these heroes are so low right now. Now the egg is going to be popped right in the middle of everything. That's really good placement. I don't think they're going to be able to take this out in time. They're trying their very hardest and they're not going to do it. Now Phoenix is back alive. It's going to be a double kill for the Phoenix, I think. Phoenix trying to fight with the Zeus on top of the hill. That's not going to work on the other side. Dragon Knight is chasing down the Medusa. Double kill for the Zeus, but the Medusa is going to be going down at the end. And imagine the Sven and the DK, the two survivors. The Zeus has already TP'd back to base. They're going to walk back into the pit. They're not going to care about this wall nonsense. They're going to get back in there, finish off the Roshan, and let's look at the recap. It was a slight gold advantage in favour of Bath after it all, obviously thanks to that extra kill that they got on the Medusa at the end, meaning it was a 4-3. The start of that fight looked like it's just going to be so good for Manchester. You know, they had the heroes down very low. The Sven was at less than half. The Phoenix had almost nothing, but the Phoenix swooping down the Icarus dive here was absolutely huge, and that pretty much secured it. There were two heroes, the Slardar and I think the Darkseer, just trying to desperately kill off that egg, and they didn't have the attack speed for it. And next time it's going to be even harder, because soon is going to be the Shiva's Guard up on the Phoenix, not going for the Midas, not going for the Blink, not going for the Mech, straight to the Shiva's Guard. Yep. Benj, what are you doing, buddy? This is gonna be okay. The cask. Now there's gonna be a swap. Oh no, Slardar! What a play from the Slardar! Shaman finishes off the Witch Doctor. Slardar, I'll talk about this after the fight. A nice DKB pop from the DK, turns around and then stuns. He does have the flame breath. He's going to be able to take this out. He backs away a little bit too soon. They're scared of being taken out by the Zeus at the end here, and I don't think. Oh, Old Driver comes in. They're pinging away. Witch Doctor says, "Kill this! It's going to kill you all." Slardar is alive right at the side in the corner there. Phoenix knows he's there. The Icarus dive will get him. Oh, so close. Medusa. What even was that? Was that a Mystic? It must have been a Mystic Snake bouncing through 1,000 gold for the Medusa. That's not what Bath are looking for. And now look at the net worth board. Medusa now above 10k, close to KotN. I think since she's already got the attack speed, she won't need to go straight into the Manta just to make up for that. So yeah, I think Skadi, it's only going to be another 700 gold, is it, to get that? So. Yeah, I think the Skadi, that's going to be good for the Medusa. It'll be picked up very soon.
Structures are fortified.
God now. Take it away.
Interesting that he goes for the Crimson before finishing off the Greaves. What do you think about that?
I think.
I guess so, yeah. What's his attack speed? Still super low, 1.29 seconds per attack. His agility game must be terrible, 1.2. I didn't know it was that low. I guess so, yeah. Purging off the slows. Yeah. Is there anything else to purge? Not really, right? Howl. Nothing, yeah. I guess the Crimson. Yeah, I guess the Crimson is pretty good. It would be a really good pickup on the Bath side to block a load of Medusa split shot damage. Not that Medusa is leveled split shot very high, it's only level 2 at the moment, but now Ollie with the Invis rune. We haven't seen him, but he needs to be super careful that he doesn't get spotted by a Zeus bolt, which was very close to happening right now. Yeah, there we go, he gets spotted. He has a glimmer, so he's got some magic resist, and he's also got the opportunity to get out of there. I like the glimmer pickup on the shaman. A lot of the time you see the shamans going for the blink dagger as early as they can, but I think with the Sven blink, with the DK Shadow Blade, and with Phoenix just having so much control in these fights, it's probably not necessary, and he can just go for the other items to make him more useful, just standing at the side and doing the best he can. Being able to glitch people out as well when they're being focused down by the Zeus. I thought that the Medusa got the deny then, it looked like it was going
Yeah,
in.
I thought.
DK did actually get spotted from this sentry and these two sentries and observers going up towards whoever was just top lane, the Slardar. So he manages to get out of there. Slardar got the blink now from farming that lane. This is quite a nice little power spike from Manchester. Look at these pings, furious pings from
Radiant's
Venge.
top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, it turned out to be the Lincolns on the Medusa. There is a lot of things it could stop, but Lincoln's, people talk about this all the time, but Lincoln's is one of those items where you don't want it to do too little and you also don't want it to do too much. There are a lot of important spells on the Bath side that it could be stopping. DK stun, Shackle, Hex, Venge stun, Venge swap, Sven stun, all those things, important, good to stop those, but there's so many of them. You can stop one and there'll just be another. I know they'll want to save one probably for the Witch Doctor, and they'll probably use some if they catch somebody to nuke them down, but there's a lot of things to go through that Lincoln, so we'll see how effective that is. And it... Oh, was that just an expiration? Or was it used? Yeah, it was an expiration, okay.
Ben, very.
Yeah, AC. Yep, Warcry max level this game. And the Bath don't want to push their advantage too hard here. They don't want to have a chance of throwing it down Slardar. There's no way he's getting out of this one. That's a nice quick pick off for the DK, who has 5,000 gold in his pocket, by the way. Oh.
And a
Yeah.
puppy paws.
Sven DCs. Looks like it might actually just be his internet going down. He's running back towards the base right now. Yeah, he'll probably be back up soon enough. So yeah, the pick off at the top lane goes pretty much perfect. Talk to me about this game. What's the plan for both teams here?
Off, cool. Egg has been. As is the. Wait for Rob. As for bows. But Dragon Knight now.
Yep. I mean,
What items do you
the usual item would obviously, well, I guess, be the AC, but they've already got one on the Sven.
I think it's
Yep.
down, it's been doing quite well.
Yep. I like the SMY. He could just go for a lot of damage here. He could get the Mjolnir to replace the attack speed that he wouldn't get from the that he won't be getting from the AC, but he's not buying. So I quite like that. I think he's pretty tanky already. He's got the BKB. He's got an attempt at an escape from the Shadow Blade, even though he's got a Zeus. So I think the Mjolnir might be a really good item here, but can pretty much buy what he wants. He could buy an MKB preemptively in case there's some evasion at some point on the Medusa, or just to stop the butterfly from flying it in the first place. He could get a Daedalus just to do mountains of damage.
Wrecking fate.
As no one's even said anything about what the pause is for. I guess it
Puppy
is just
pause?
his internet. I imagine it's just his internet going down. What else is there to talk about here?
Well, of course. But it's all for...
What do you mean wasting, man? What could be more important than this?
We got Sven.
What do you mean? I don't know. I can hear you perfectly, so it must be something on the production side. I have no idea.
I think it's through...
Oh, okay. I don't see why that would be any different. I don't know why that would work out any different.
Oh, it's not pick.
Oh, speaking of people at the door, there's somebody to go for the next couple of.
Back into back. Yeah, Max? Gone through? So it looks like you're... trying to get... hold back and just... ways. Like Max just... crit on the D. Damage for him. Courier now? No. Farming. Radiant are... Smoke. Zeus in first. Nothing's act. Mic sensitive. Try that.
Okay. I'm back. It's super weird. I can hear you perfectly, and the guess I've got. Go to your volume and audio. What is the open mic threshold at? Don't put it at 100. Put it at 0.
Put it at 0.
Put it at
Okay.
0.
It's the complete opposite of what it would be then. Okay, that makes sense. It's easier when you see like a little visual.
Hopefully putting it at 0 will fix it. We'll see.
We'll see in 2 minutes.
Okay, so DK went straight for the Daedalus for super damage, and now he's getting Hyperstone either for the electricity or for just a moonshot, I guess.
I think Moonshot could be quite nice at the moment, you know. The electricity would be nice for... I don't think they've got too much problem pushing waves at the moment or hitting multiple targets with Sven. So I think they can just go straight attack speed and just wreck those towers. And of course, you know, spread the damage with, well, the slow with just hitting multiple targets manually. First day of the qualifiers, we're allowed to have a few production problems.
Phoenix getting close to the level 16. We'll probably want to pick up that ult soon.
Yeah, once he has that, it's going to be quite big. Obviously, 11 hits to kill that egg is going to be quite a problem.
Medusa is getting pretty large in terms of damage right now. Has the Demon Edge, which... What can you do with Demon Edge? It ain't gonna be a rapier. MKB Daedalus, neither of those very good here, right?
I want to see a
There's
rapier. Got to bring the rapiers out.
I mean, it's not... I don't think it's out of the question. I think if they feel like they're that far behind, they might just go for, you know, a surprise rapier smoke play, but...
They've got a fair amount keeping her alive, I think, with the You've got the Glimmer Capes, you've got the Crimson Guard and the mech, so it's fairly tanky. It's just keeping her alive for the rest of it.
Is under attack.
Yep, they're gonna take another tower top. Medusa able to chew through that pretty quickly. Bath 3 moving down mid at the moment. The Aegis up on the DK. They're gonna join with the Sven in the bot lane, I imagine. Who else is missing? It's just going to be the Vengeful Spirit who's TP in mid. So
I find that
go on.
The Radiant, no, the Dire don't have the best in Aegis carriers because they're both kind of relying on their ult, and either they use it on their first life or their second life, and they have to decide which one's more important.
Okay, so the stun starts out onto the Sven. He doesn't have the Aegis. The old driver starts up straight away with the Sunray heal, and he does get back up to full pretty fast. He's got the walk right.
But as long as they take, you know, to initiate a fight, the more these wards will be doing to this tower.
Yep.
And they can't stand too close because the exact same will return to them. And there we go, that's a Shaman again, picked off quickly.
Yep. They're very, very fast, and they
Oh,
all
very
this
good,
is a bad line for Bath. Sven actually isn't down yet. Look at these cleaves. Look at the amount of damage that's doing. That's ridiculous. He almost takes down 3 heroes in no time at all. But
And now
it's
they're gonna
only
go
the
for the
DK
egg.
and
Will
the
it be
Phoenix
enough?
left. And DK pops his spells. They're gonna try and take down the Medusa, and I think they will be able to do it. And now
And
they'll...
the
oh my
Rapier's
God,
on the
Rapier
deck,
is
and
on
that's
the
gonna be
deck.
it now, I
DK
think.
picks it up. I don't think they're gonna be able to catch him. The blink is here on the Slardar. But
They got him, but what
they've
next?
got him,
Like,
but they're not going to be able to do anything about it. Oh God!
just gotta
fed
keep
the
holding him.
rapier.
that's going to be really
Old
tough.
Driver is going to try to sacrifice himself here. DK, oh, he's playing this very close to the edge right now. He needs to keep on running, and he's
He's
decided
fast,
to
he's
stop
got
the
a Shadow
chase.
Blade. But, oh no. What's the plan now?
What do?
Rapier's gone. It seems a new team may be taking the King of the North this year.
Oh my lord. Okay. Yep, that's the rapier. 6,000
Wow.
gold. Look at the net worth now.
That's a jump. That is a jump.
Medusa was trying to get a surprise in the high ground defense. She did a lot of damage, but
Oh,
it
poor
weren't
Witch
enough.
Doctor. He got 2 hit.
Yeah, this is what there's nothing they can do now, right? Right? Is there anything?
No, I really don't. I can't see what they could try. Like,
I mean,
they
combo
killed
was...
DK in that last fight, but that was mainly the Rapier doing the damage. The combo is on point.
Yeah,
They're getting the combo off, but they haven't got the farm.
I thought that was going to be an absolute disaster for Bath at the beginning of that fight. The wall was great, and now they're trying to take out the DK. They found him, and look at the damage though. This is
Couple of
absurd.
hits, yeah. Now
And
Medusa
the egg
wants to
is going
try
to be
again.
used.
He's running.
But he's gonna be stunned up.
He's playing it very, very safe, even with that Rapier.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give this back. If he gives this back, this is Manchester back in the game. Once he's got the rapier, Manchester can't win, right? So
It
he's got
seems
his
that
ult
way,
up
yeah.
now. He's got his ult up now. He's going to stand at the bottom of this hill, fire these huge icy meatballs up to the top of this hill, and look at that. Rest in peace, tower.
Yeah, I think that's gone there. Just about dead.
The 5 onto the DK, and now the ult is being used. The Glimmer Cape is nice, but there's the
Glimmer
return
Cape
Shadow
on both
Blade.
of them, yeah.
And yeah, look at that one hit onto the Witch Doctor there with the Shadow Blade extra damage. And what are they going to do about this? The Crimson God's being popped, but look at how fast the God Strength, the DK and the Sven just doing 500 damage a hit each. But the Rapier's on the floor.
Rapier's back.
Rapier
Rapier's
alert.
back. Who's gonna get it?
Yeah,
Medusa's got
Medusa has it.
Sven back. Well, how
Well.
can they chase? Can they chase? They only lost 1 rack. Oh wait, Shadow Shaman's at the bottom getting the bottom lane, but
Okay, so it's a double.
may actually
It's
be
a
able to
double
do it.
racks.
they're waiting on
To get ranged and melee bot.
and they got him.
the
But
deeps.
damn, they've got the Rapier back.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those games we don't know who's going to win until the final moment.
Yeah, Medusa takes it back. Like we said, whilst the Rapier is in Bath's hands, it's Bath's game. But when it goes back to Manchester, they've still got a chance. And Medusa now, I think she got the kill. Yep, she got the kill onto the Shaman. 500 gold for her. Zeus got the DK.
And Zeus
So
got
he's
the
got his
refreshers
refresher.
as well. It's a lot of
these-
damage, and these BKBs are starting to run short.
Yeah, it's only 6 seconds left now.
And 5 on the Sven, so yeah, they're definitely going.
I
They have
imagine-
lost 3 of their racks,
Yeah.
so
I imagine the play here for Bath. Be not afraid. Pick up whatever more items you need. Farm for another minute or 2. Maybe get the next Aegis, which isn't. It's at least 2.5 minutes away. But at that point, they go take down the last racks as soon as they possibly can before this Medusa gets into any more. Oh boy.
is she
Gets
going for a
into any-
second Rapier
Yeah,
now? She's got
definitely.
a Sacred Relic. Oh
Definitely.
my lord. She's really going all in this game. I would have gone for a little bit of health there, but she really wants it. Error,
Yeah.
a little bit of a gambler it seems.
Yep, I mean, it's not really paid off so far. What the Rapier by Medusa has done has got Bath 2 sets of racks.
But it's
Um,
also their only fighting chance, it seems.
It is, yeah. It's the only chance they've got. The combo on the bot lane was just so huge, but Sven just survived a tiny little bit too long. Managed to get some big cleaves through. Now
most
there's
of
a
the team.
smoke coming down. I think they might want to walk up this hill and try and take someone out there. They're
I
going
think
to go
another
for the jump.
play they could
Medusa
try
is right
for.
at the front.
Oh no, that's not good.
They haven't
Another
seen
play
anything.
they could try is send the Charm top, just throw his wards down, and just hopefully create space mid so that everyone comes to
Oh,
you.
Medusa. Oh, she's thinking of walking forwards.
It's not the play. This is not your base.
Now
Oh,
the
there's
swap.
a swap.
Onto the dark seer.
Demolition might
Not
be
the
out of the
ideal
ball quite
target.
quickly.
Yeah, he's going to be down very fast. And Medusa is going to turn around.
Running from the egg, but is it enough? Witch Doctor out, not really hitting on anyone at the moment. Goes on the Phoenix, there's PK getting
Yeah,
hit.
Witch Doctor is
Witch Doctor's down.
And look at this, Medusa.
Zeus is still waiting on his
Being
ultimate. He
chased
may
away.
be
Yeah,
able
he's
to try
got
and
two
just...
ults. So the BKBs have already been used now, and they're going to be popped right now, I think.
Sooner than later,
Medusa
yeah.
yeah, there it
One,
is.
there's two.
Medusa, look at all this damage.
But the melee rack still might actually go down in this
Nah,
fight.
this won't be going down. Arrow will be able to clean this up super fast.
Just about, yeah.
The mid range went down. Unfortunately, they didn't decide to focus the top ranged. I think they didn't need to chase. They didn't need to go for heroes there. And this might be a super throw by Bath if they don't sort this out really fast, because the second rapier is going to be coming out right now. This Medusa is going to be hitting for 800 a hit or so.
Very hard. They're hitting multiple people.
Yeah.
Maybe some lifesteal could do her quite good as well.
I imagine the Medusa isn't going to do anything other than stack rapiers from this point forwards.
Let's have 5 rapiers, boots, and a maybe a moon shard casually there. So there we go. There's the second one. Gonna keep trying to push as much as can.
My big issue during all of that was the play by the Sven, who was back here when Medusa used the ult and kind of ran around like this.
It was a
to get away.
rather large path, yeah.
And then instead of actually running away, got blown up after that. They could have just got wrecked so easily, I feel. That was a big mistake. The Shaman wards did, but we're never going to kill it fast enough. He doesn't have an axe, they're only level 2. If they were level 3, it probably would have killed him fast enough. If he had an axe, it would have killed him fast enough. But as it was, they just miscalculated, and I am going to look at the gold graph, and it's gone from a almost 30k advantage in favour of Bath to now rapidly approaching even 10 to 15k.
They have one of those teams that can defend the high ground, with Zeus defending high ground against Mega Creeps, and as is Medusa. Darks is not too bad himself either, so it's still... What could happen with those 2 rapiers on the board?
Bad things, I'm sure.
And now a refresher once again, but now on Phoenix.
Oh, I like the Phoenix refresher.
And those eggs have been hitting hard, and they haven't been able to kill them, so that's 2 big eggs.
The attack speed isn't there.
Not with those rapiers.
Isn't there at all for any of these heroes. The Medusa, the only attack speed she's getting is from the Maelstrom and the tiny bit from the stats. How fast does she hit right now? 0.7. Not that fast. Okay, but if the slows come out, if the attack speed slows do hit properly, still no BKB on Slaughter. Oh, there is a BKB on Slaughter now. It's just picked up the 10 seconds BKB. I don't know how much that's going to do. I mean, I guess that makes it up to him to take out the egg. He's the only one that can reasonably do that. Now DK, he's picked up Heaven's Halberd, which is a sick pickup here. The Medusa isn't getting a BKB. She might go for one next, but she's still 2,000 gold away, thereabouts. So yeah, DK, walk up to Medusa and use the Halberd. The Halberd, pretty high range, right? What's the range, the cast range on that?
I think it's about 600 or so.
Yeah, it's enough anyway, for sure.
But yeah, I think they're taking it slow now. They've got the Aegis, so they can just potentially go in top.
The Moon Shard is being gobbled up by the DK. He's
going to reduce his attack speed, and so, but
yeah,
having a second life is plenty fine.
Yeah, and he's happy with the Halberd as well. Look at this, the DD, the Rune of Many Winds is going to be picked up by Sven. They're going to
That is not a good
move.
thing. That's not a good thing.
It's good for them. They've got the double, triple damage. God's strength. This is going to be
all about the combo, I'm guessing.
This is going to be some dead buildings or dead things.
They've got the sentry there.
Yeah, they see the DK, who has the Aegis. Yeah, they're just going to go for the buildings this time. Do they have a fortify? Yes, they do. They're going to use it immediately. They want to get ready for the fight. The Medusa pops the ult. The stun lands, and now the egg right on the other side. Look at that. Darkseer surging himself away. Darkseer and Witch Doctor dead already. Medusa not taking too much damage so far, and the cheese was eaten in perfect time by the Spec. He was at like 100 health before that second ultimate hit. And the good game is called. The Medusa is trapped in all kinds of bad places. The rapiers are on the ground.
This is going to get him, it seems. No, Phoenix Rapier's time.
Oh god. Oh
Not
god.
quite. Thrown her away. Oh, and it seems that there's a fake GG being called. They want to fight to the last moment. But there we go. Thrones exploded. And that Skybath going through.
Yep, we'll see. Mm-hmm. Yep, I guess we'll decide after this. Just in terms of that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
rapiers and everything.
The double rapier. I don't feel like it was that desperate for Medusa when she decided to pick up those items. I think I don't know if it was a little bit of a not really caring if he won play. I don't know if it was just kind of a tilt play. We need rapiers now or we lose, but I don't feel like the item build on the Medusa did a great deal for her that game. She was just so fragile. She did only die 5 times, which is still the least on a team, but she wasn't able to live for long enough during these fights. If she'd have gone a more standard build, you know, Mantis, Guardy, Butterfly, I think that game could have gone very differently, but the way it went
very all in.
Build,
she was
the Medusa build was super all in. And just in that last fight, the one super NLG MVP play at the end of that was Sven eating the cheese in between the 2 ults of the Zeus. Down to like 100, 200 HP, allowed him to keep on cleaving through stuff with the God Strength. They got the racks.
Yeah, I'm just watching it through right at the moment on the stream, and that is exactly what just happened. The cheese was perfect on that play. If not, he would have been gone.
Yeah, that was hella good. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys.
I will see you shortly.
Yeah, we'll see you